One of the groups I work with almost exclusively is men. And when I work with men, it's not uncommon to find a guy who's surrounded by other guys who has this red pill ideology. They believe the red pill takes the blinders off, that they get to see women for who they really are. The problem is that who they see women as with the red pill effect is as mistrustful, as manipulative, as self-serving. And the more the man starts believing that, the more disconnected he gets, the more resentful he gets, the more reactive he gets against women, leaving him further isolated, further lonely, and further disconnected from what he really wants deep down. So I want to talk about this red pill because if you feel like you hang out with guys and they have this mindset, I want you to know you don't have to continue this. If you're feeling lost because you've told yourself women are manipulative, they'll take advantage of you, then that becomes your reality. You look for that fulfillment and you will usually find what you're looking for. The way out is to start healing your mind. It's to start changing your perspective. And the first way you do this is by relearning trust and humility. Basically, the red pill, the ideology, is teaching you that women are self-serving. So what you have to do is you have to begin seeing women as complex, autonomous humans, not opponents, nor are they prizes that you won for being good. They're a partner that you can work with. So listen to women's stories without reacting or debating. Make yourself a listener. Notice how often your thoughts are formed as suspicion or comparison, because this is part of that brainwashing of the red pill. If you really swallow this thing, you can start feeling like women are your opponents. You're out to get them rather than to learn how to love with them. Replace what's her angle with what might she be feeling. In order to get away from this mindset, this destructive mindset that's isolating you, you have to start thinking about what you feel. And you have to listen and try to understand for what the other person feels. What early experiences taught you to associate vulnerability with being controlled. Maybe you had a controlling parent. Maybe every time you opened up as a boy, they came down on you, they were angry at you. But that's in the past. And if you carry this big bag around in the present, you're going to be miserable and more alone than ever before. Try rebuilding your emotional literacy. Most men don't have words. They need the words. The words have been squeezed out of them, pushed down so much as a child that they don't have them anymore. They know how to express anger and how to express violence, but they don't know how to talk about how they feel sad, how they feel used, how they feel worthless. The damage happens when emotional suppression becomes a badge of strength. Like you think being still, saying nothing is stoic and making you look more masculine. Just the opposite. It's making you look like a disconnector, like you can't talk to you, like you don't know who you are, that anything you say wouldn't be trusted or honest. So to repair that, emotional awareness is power. It lets you connect. Lead yourself and resolve conflict without withdrawing or attacking. Start labeling what you feel. I feel hurt. I feel lonely. I feel embarrassed. I feel afraid, rather than defaulting to anger or indifference. And practice expressing your emotions without blame. I felt dismissed when. Give your partner examples of what makes you feel disrespected or alone or disconnected or worthless. And then ask yourself, what emotion do I have the hardest time talking about? And why is that? Where did that come from? More than likely it came from your childhood and you've suppressed it so long you can't get it anymore. Redefining partnership. The damage, red pill logic, treats relationships as a hierarchy. The man leads, the woman follows. True partnerships, though, mean shared power and emotional teamwork. You can't be a team if you can't join your partner in the labor and in the emotional part of fixing it. Replace winning with understanding. Value cooperation and care equally with attraction and sex. Ask yourself, do I want to be admired or do I want to be known? The answer should be, I want to be known by her. I want her to know who I am. She validates my life. What would a partnership look like for you if both people's needs were taken care of equally? Not just your needs, not just her needs, but both your needs. The next step you have to do is you have to heal the core insecurities. The red pill basically beliefs often grows from pain, rejection, failure, or unmet needs for belonging. The repair, heal the wound instead of defending it. You have a lot of pain, and some of this is projected onto women. But if you understand that the more you project onto them, the more they see and feel your anger, your distrust, your disrespect, they're going to move further from you. You need to figure out what that deep pain is that you've carried around for years. Maybe it's feeling inadequate. Maybe it's feeling like you were always dismissed or overlooked. And you have to start working on that so that you can tell your partner, my biggest wound is that as a kid, I was always overlooked. I was taunted. I was teased. I was ridiculed for not being enough. If you can name it, then you can stop it from being like a malignant cancer that just keeps growing into everybody you date. Explore therapy. Men's groups are out there, and men are really supportive of other men when they're in a group-like setting and being vulnerable. And learn to separate that when one woman rejects you, doesn't mean all women are going to reject you. That was one person at one time. You're not that same person, nor is she, and she certainly doesn't represent all women. The practicing and reparating dating is so important. So the red pill makes dating become a strategy or a performance instead of a connection. To repair that, you have to date to discover, not to dominate. You have to be willing to want to learn someone else's ways when you date. If you're not open to that, if you're trying to conform them, then you're controlling, and they'll sense that, and they won't want to connect with you. To work through this, approach dates with curiosity, not tactics. Ask meaningful questions that reveal values, not tests, and allow imperfections, yours and hers, without withdrawing. Listen, when somebody's imperfect, they basically are showing you their human side. That's not against you. That is not rejection against you. That's their weaknesses. They have to figure that out. But if you withdraw or you take all that personally, it's going to lead you to just feeling let down all the time. And that's not a mature relationship. Nobody could do that, whether you took the red pill or not. Relationships take patience and time, and they also take changing your perspective. What would dating look like if you weren't trying to prove anything? Ask yourself that question. And lastly, living accountably. When the red pill rhetoric often justifies disrespect or avoidance of responsibility, to repair that, you have to be mature. You have to have a mature masculinity. And a mature masculinity is accountable. It's responsible. It's not defensive. So how do you begin that? What's the practice? Admit when you're hurt or you've hurt someone else, and work to make amends. Show change through consistent empathy, not explanations. If your partner says it's important to me that you show up when you say you will, put the responsibility on you. And if you're not there, let them know ahead of time and why. And then make amends. It's as simple as that. They should, in order to trust you, they should be able to count on you, that you're going to show up when you said you would show up. Choose integrity over any masculine image that you want to portray. If you've taken the red pill or you've lived your life with other guys feeling like the red pill is logic and true, and that women are manipulative and basically out to destroy you, you will be one miserable, lonely man. And with the loneliness epidemic showing up in men more than women right now, it's really important that you're open to changing your perspective. Try a new friend group, one who sees women as teammates, one who sees women as equal. Complex, yes, but autonomous, and someone you can join, and someone who will want to join you, put effort in with you, and build a life together that you both can really enjoy being part of. If this video is helpful for you, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.